Good morning. It is my final day in California. My training is up, and Cool Granny is here to report to you to let you know that it is okay to take time for yourself. Let me tell you something. My house is not loud, but it is full, right? So that doesn't mean like it's noisy or whatever. And this 5 weeks has been, very quiet, very. I don't want to say silence because my home is my silence. That is my peace. But it is okay to feel like you need a timeout. It's okay to feel like you need a break from what's going on at home, what's going on with your partner. You want a me day just to yourself. You need to reset, essentially, right? So I've been out here for 5 weeks, and I've essentially done that. Like, um, I've been working on a lot of things for myself so that I can be a better person for me first and foremost. That's the most important. If you're gonna work on anything, make sure you work on it for self. That's first and foremost. Secondly, so that I can be a better mother, I can be a better partner, I can be a better grandmother, and I can just be a better contributor to the world as a whole, as a unit. Um, I am saying that to say that some of you really need a reset. Some of you really need a new battery. Like, and it's okay to say that. Listen, for I am 41 years old. I have always been the strongest one. I am my mother's youngest child. And the only support that I genuinely had, unconditional support, was my brother who was murdered. And when he was murdered, it was just me. Okay, so no one checked up on me today. I was like, oh yeah, Tab got it. Tab got it. Yeah, she's gonna make sure. She's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop doing that. Stop thinking that about your strong friends. Like, we need an outlet too. We need a reset too. We need a break as well. Like, there is no such thing as not being tired. Like, y'all be wanting to think that we are just these superhuman ass people, and no, it's just that our minds are set up different. What we have to do, we're going to get done by any cost. It doesn't mean it don't come with sacrifice. It doesn't mean that, well, eyeliner looks horrible. It doesn't mean that it doesn't come without lack of energy, lack of sleep, giving your all, giving your last. You feel me? Not just monetarily, but emotionally, psychologically, that shit is draining. It is exhausting. Take the reset. When I took this job, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be training in another state for 5 weeks," I'm like, "Cool, bet." Now 5 weeks is a long time, so I definitely missed my family tremendously. But I took that time to self-reflect on things that I can do to better myself. Because if you don't do that, this is what you need to understand. When y'all be in these relationships and shit, and y'all be like, okay, well, I'm gonna fix me for you. No, you can't fix you for somebody else. You gotta fix you for you. You gotta fix you for yourself first. Because if you don't fix you internally, and it's the work that you actually genuinely want to do, it's not gonna hold up. It's not gonna last, because that work that you put in is for someone else, and God forbid it doesn't work. Then you're back at square one because you never authentically worked on yourself, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I know there's some things within myself that I need to work on, like dead ass. Like, and people that sit around every time, oh no, I'm cool, I don't have no problems. You're a liar. They're a liar. Get the fuck away from them, far from around them. Um, but I took this time to like work on like my tone. Listen, I am a very aggressive, dominant woman, and it comes from raising 5 kids by myself. So I've always been strong for me and for my kids. It was hard, okay? And being in relationships and not being able to put be feel protected enough to put that guard down has been difficult, right? So when I finally got to a point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put it down, because it makes you worry a lot when you constantly got your guard up. Like, you always is second guessing everything, checking everything, doing this, making sure everything's done. It's exhausting, and it's a lot. It's very taxing on your mental. It's very taxing on your health. It's just a lot. It is a lot. And so to not set boundaries for yourself, to give to other people to respect is a lot as well. So I'm like, I came out here and I really sat back and wrote down things that I need to work on and consciously worked on those things. It is okay to be like, I'm not okay. It is okay to be like, I am tired. It is all right to be like, you know what, not today. Right? Because you have to choose you first to be able to choose anybody next. Right? And you only get one day at a time because two is not an option. And also understand that if it ain't one thing, it's going to always be two others. So when you are able to get the break that you need, take that break. Take it. We, especially black women, we have this, I believe it's called the superwoman complex, where like we just have to do everything. We have to handle everything. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't, baby. No, we don't. And I still struggle with that. And my children are grown. They're grown. They're adults. And I still struggle with feeling like I have to make sure everything is cool instead of allowing them to try to figure it out themselves first and then come to me when they need help. I'm always trying to figure out, okay, so what we going to do when it's not a we situation? You feel me? Like, I see a lot of black women that do that. And we got to stop. We got to stop. We got to stop. My kids hate it. They be like, Mom, let me figure it out. Like trust in what you raised. Let me figure it out first. And if I need some help, I'll tap you in. You feel me? But take them breaks because they don't come often. They don't. They do not come often. They don't come often enough for you to be able to take a full deep breath. So if you could just taste the air for a minute, taste it. Like, I missed my family so much, but I also learned so much about myself and what I'm capable of doing and what I need to do and what I should be doing and how I need to address certain situations, how I need to respond to certain situations. And not even just with my words, but with my tone, because like I said, I'm aggressive. So like, even like when getting on my grandkids, they are, as soon as they see me coming, they like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Not granny coming. It's because they are used to my tone. It's very, very aggressive. You feel me? So it's like, I had to work on that because my kids grew up like that. So all my kids are aggressive. Except for one. Like, all of my kids is like trained to go. Like, they hostile, they aggressive. Because that is what I showed them. So, you see this beautiful weather. I'm going back to Colorado where it's snowing. And I'm going to take with me the things that I have incorporated when I got here. Like, I'm going to continue to work on those things every day because I feel like you're a work in progress every day. Like, there's nothing that you can't work on. I just don't believe that. Like, I'm a continual learner. Like, I'm a forever student. So there is nothing that I can't not work on with myself. And I feel like that applies to the world in general. You know what I'm saying? Take the time that you need to really become the person that you really want to become. Like, I spent a lot of time just really just working and making sure that I can provide for my kids, not even necessarily doing what it is I want to do, working where I want to work. You feel me? Moving how I really want to move. My primary focus was making sure that my kids were straight. You feel me? Like, that was my job. So however I did that, 2-3 jobs, 16 hours, 6-7 days a week, whatever I need to do to make sure that my kids was not a statistic because they had a mother that had 5 children and she was single, I did that. I made sure that they were not the butt of the joke, right? So now that they are adults and I could really look back on how I parent them and what I need to change different when I'm dealing with my grandkids, I'm going to do that. And I encourage you all to do that. If there is therapy that you need to seek, please seek it. We hate to admit that we have mental health issues. I believe everyone has some type of mental health issue. I believe it. And if you don't know what mental health issues is, look it up. Talk to somebody. But I really feel like it is important that you sit back and relearn you, especially if you've been in relationship after relationship and never really had that downtime to yourself. Take some time. Like, even if you just don't have the opportunity like I did to train out of state for, multiple weeks at a time. Take a day, every day. And every, that day of that week, you figure out what you're going to work on. And just go from there. Like, just continuously work on you, because you can't be a greater person for your family or nothing if you're not a greater you for yourself. Like, and that's just the reality of it. Like, we can't be these great parents we want to be. We can't be these great grandparents that we want to be. These bonus parents, I don't know where I get that word from, but these bonus parents, you can't be like, you can't excel in any of that if you are not 100% confident in yourself, secure in yourself, sound in your responsibilities. Like, you just can't. You feel me? So it's like, continuously learn new parts of you, learn, because I've learned so much about myself here that I didn't even know before, because my focus was being a mom and a grandma. Like, that was it. That was my importance. Being a mother, being a grandmother. Those were the only thing that was important to me. Now I've found other senses of purpose. I've found other things that I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cheat yourself. Don't. Like, it's so much life to live. And especially in the times that we're in right now, grab life by its fucking neck and take it with you. Like, do you want to just be existing, or do you want to be living? Because for a long time, I was just simply out here existing, right? In the element. But I want to live. I have life that I want to live. I still have plenty of life to live. Love to give. I don't want to simply just be amongst everyone else who is just motionless. And I'm sure you don't want to be that either. So take enough time to love you, because if you don't love you, you definitely don't love nobody else, baby. And y'all have a good day.